What's going on there? Where are you going?
Just,
The food back? Oh,
yeah. You want to eat something? You want to eat something?
So where do we go from here?
Well,
That's first of all, I appreciate you coming, and I expected more from you.
I also,
Yeah, I'm just.
And they had this write-up, and I said,
I didn't thought it would be like a movie.
I really thought they would really get, you know what I mean, and she didn't know much either. She you know what I mean? I really thought she would be,
She's more trying to find a way to get AI integrated into a research project.
Which one? I'm talking about the physician. She's not even a physician. She was a PhD.
Yes.
She's just kind of.
And the other woman, we know her from.
No, but I'm talking about. I expected more from
Yeah.
the
Presentation.
But anyway,
it was more like a movie kind of.
Yeah, right.
But I'd like to discuss also a long-term project more.
I'm going to go share with you.
Yes, the thing that I'd like to, so come back, I'll talk to him about what plans I would like to make.
Right.
Basically, I would like to find a way to fund your operation
Right.
and hire you and provide you with income of some kind. So some of the things that I was thinking about, first of all, to do something that can result in a cash flow. And I would like to ask your opinion about it. I know about a lot about business, and I've been working as a programmer and programmer analyst. And I think that right now, the way that we can get some kind of an immediate cash flow is in education and in like Call Annie. Like a friendly thing like Annie that is easy for people to relate to, can be like a therapist. If you have psychological problems and you cannot afford to go to a psychologist or a psychiatrist, and even if you can, sometimes it's nice to talk to a computer because people don't feel like, they feel a lot more free to talk to a computer. You know what I mean?
Well, I do think like.
And what is your financial situation? And let me give you more specific ideas. We have some properties here at the university, some apartments that we are renting primarily to students at the university because they like to walk to the university. There is a US 1 there, and beyond the US 1 there are apartment buildings. So I was thinking maybe one way to deal with it is to provide you with a residence. I don't know if you want to live with your father all the time.
Well, the thing is like, it's not like I'm living under his roof, but more like we are living together. Like I also support him. Like we support each other. Like I'm not like when you live.
You are sharing an apartment or a house.
Like I'm sharing an apartment with my dad and my cousin. So it's not like.
So you have your own bedroom, or?
Yeah, I do have my own bedroom, but it's not like. It's not like that I wouldn't like to move, but that like if I move, I would like to bring my father with me. So that's like I'm with him like kind of supporting. Like sometimes I help him cook and stuff like that. He's also working, but like I.
What is he doing? He's in construction, you said?
No,
he's a chef?
In like a warehouse. The chef is my brother.
Oh, but your brother doesn't live with you and your father?
No. My brother is
yeah, so we have a 2-bedroom apartment, so you can be in one bedroom and he can be in the other bedroom. Even in a 1-bedroom apartment, there is a large bedroom and then there is a large dining room. So you can put even something to close part of the dining room and put a curtain.
But would it be like a complication for me to be with my father in the residence? I don't know, maybe because it's for students or something like that.
No, it's a condominium building, but it is just close to the university. Just, how there's US 1 there?
Yeah.
And there's this.
But it's not like a university.
No, it's not a university property. No, but a lot of the students don't want to live in the university dorm. They want to be more independent, because in the university dorm, they're very strict. You know, at 10 o'clock you have to be in the house, and you cannot have parties after 10 o'clock, and you know, so this is one idea. I just wanted to give you some ideas of how I can compensate you and fund you until we get jobs. We also apply for grants. Like this woman, she has a grant from the federal government. So we also apply for grants to develop something new, like to have AI on your head, so, for example.
I saw the computers that you sent me, and I was looking at the DGX system, and it was like crazy powerful.
And we have offices here, so we can let you work in the office, and then you can walk to the residence. Right now I have students living there, but maybe if I raise the rent, they wouldn't want to stay anymore, and I can host you and your father. Does your father rent the place where you live?
Yeah. Like we all like.
And how expensive? What is the rent, more or less?
It will be about like 2,500 kind of
A month?
a month.
And how many bedrooms does it have?
3.
3, okay. This Coral Gables is the most expensive in Miami. I don't know if you know that.
Yeah. Well, I thought like maybe Coral Gables and Brickell are like the most expensive.
Coral Gables is more expensive because in Brickell, you have high rises. Here they cannot build a 100-floor high rise because the regulation forced them to make small houses. The biggest maybe 10 floors. So which makes it more difficult because the land is very limited and they don't let you grow up. And a lot of people that work here, like in the university, they like to live close by because the traffic is pretty bad in rush hour.
Yeah, it is like.
But anyway, so for the 2,500, you can get 2 bedrooms here. 3 bedrooms will be a lot more than 25. This is the rent. So we have some students, so we gave them a discount because they were helping me in doing some jobs, you know. But these jobs are over, and now they don't have time because they're PhD students. So maybe we could do something. And I'm thinking about other things. If I would like to work with you to see how well you can teach. And I'd like to make a little lesson plan with what we were planning to do. And then we will try, we know a lot of people, a lot of businesses here. I mean, we've been here. I got this 40 years hat, maybe 5-6 years ago. So we're almost 50 years here. So in 50 years, you just think about the number of students that were, between me and her, we taught about 200 or 300 students a year, times 50, you're talking about a lot of people. And they're all over the world, but a lot of them stay in Florida and in Miami. And we do presentations like you saw every month almost, at least once or twice. So what I would like to do is I would like to work with you on Zoom to try to make a lesson, and we will take a computer that doesn't have anything on it, has 64 gig of RAM and 2 gig of SSD, solid state drive, so it's pretty fast, but it is a small laptop. And then what I want to do is I was impressed with what you showed me, this board. I wanted to go with you one time to Dateland to see those external USB-C boxes for graphic boards.
Oh yeah.
And then it will give us flexibility because we can take it and attach it to your device or our device and speed the processing without having to worry about the computer.
Regarding the teaching, I was like, for my...
Have you had any experience to teaching or?
Well, teaching mostly to friends and family, like not directly to like like teaching. Right now, I kind of like really always think like to get like the really deep grasp of things that you should start like from the basics. So I didn't have like the time to like properly implement myself like a back propagation, like they using in machine learning algorithms. So I was doing this. It's just like a small, let's say, a small project, and I was just like maybe just to like practice by doing. I was planning on like doing this small framework in C, in just regular C, using just regular neural networks, convolutional networks. Maybe I was just planning on just doing it and uploading to GitHub. But if the students are programmers, maybe I could prepare like a lesson. I don't know if
The students, most of our students are businessmen, are business majors and businessmen. We have some that are, like this woman wanted to have an MBA. So many times people in computer science and engineering go to get a job and they tell them you don't understand anything about the business. So they go back and they get an MBA. And then they have everything. So what we wanted to do, we wanted to target it to a big group of people so we find cash flow quickly. And the biggest group of people are not programmers, they are businessmen. So the question is, I wanted to come and tell them, look, if you are a programmer, great. Then you can take and program it. But if you are not a programmer, you can use, our focus will be to target non-programmers, but also programmers. And if there are programmers, we can take them to the next step and get them involved in the development, and we'll make a team of developers. But for starters, what I wanted to do with you is to see if we will pretend that we are not programmers, like regular business people, and we will practice on us, and if the practice goes well enough, we will do, as soon as you are ready, we'll work on Zoom. And then when we teach a class, we have about 30 or 40 people per class and 2 or 3 sections, so it's about 100 people. We will bring you in as a guest speaker at the beginning, after you practice on us, and we will help you write the lesson plan and everything. You just do it, and you'll role play the instructor, and we will role play the students. And after we do it and we understand thoroughly what you are doing there, and you'll decide on something, we'll develop a case study, and we'll give an assignment to the students to repeat exactly the same. So, but first you'll practice on us, on the Zoom session, and after we feel comfortable enough to go to the next stage, we will take it and we will write it in a lesson plan, like screenshot by screenshot, keystroke. I showed it to you before. Completely idiot proof. So if you don't understand anything, you'll be able to type it and do it on your own without understanding anything. Now, if you are a programmer, of course you can go to the next step and do all kinds of other things, but if you are not, the question is, what business can we attack first and get some cash flow coming back to us?
Well, I do think like basically like call any will not work because of the new feature they released from OpenAI.
What new feature?
Look at this. Sure.
Tell me, I may be familiar with it.
It's really something that like in action speak more. Like this is the ChatGPT app,
right,
on mobile. So you talk to it like you would do with Anne.
Hi, how are you?
Sure, I can do that. What's on your mind today?
I would like to develop a local host off the grid mini AI that will work on a phone, on a device without internet connectivity.
That sounds like a fascinating project. Are you thinking of a specific type of AI, like a voice assistant, an image recognition system, or something else?
Yes.
Also, what kind of device are you aiming to use this on?
Actually, I'm aiming at running it on a head-mounted tablet from Realware, and this is an Android operating system.
Got it. Realware devices are pretty powerful for hands-free use. What kind of tasks do you want your AI to handle? Voice commands, data analysis, image recognition, or something else?
Primarily continuous voice conversation and providing psychological services such as therapy. But hands-free and using continuous voice, and also image recognition and even video recognition.
That's an ambitious and impactful project. For continuous voice conversation and psychological services, you might need a good natural language processing model. Since it needs to run offline, optimizing models like Whisper for voice recognition and a lightweight transformer model for conversation could work well. For image and video recognition, models like MobileNet or EfficientNet, which are optimized for mobile and low-power devices, might be suitable. Have you considered how you'll handle the computational requirements and battery life for such a device?
Yes, what we are doing is we are using an external power bank. So we don't have to worry about the battery life of the device. Even when we are running off of a phone, we are using an external battery or external power bank, and when we drain it, we have a few extra power banks. Furthermore, we are going to emulate callannie.ai, which has a vanity phone number. The phone number is 640, call Sam. So the area code is 640, and this is a vanity number, which means that
That sounds like a solid plan to manage power requirements. Emulating callannie.ai for continuous voice
you can use
conversation.
all the thing that you talk, it got like registered.
Right.
you mean
Voice-
transcribe.
Transcribe, yes,
Yes.
yeah. But it also registered because
Which one
if
is
you
this?
have
Which one are you doing?
attached to
Which one is this?
ChatGPT. But
ChatGPT.
there's the thing, like they released this model
Right.
that was named GPT-4o.
Right, the 4
So O,
right.
it means that it was trained on images,
Right.
text,
the one that I showed you the
like
video.
voice, but it wasn't like the previous models.
No, I
that
know.
you do train text, you train image,
It was trained
and then
on
you copy.
optimal. It's an optimal, what is called optimal or something like that.
O is for
Omni.
Omni. So
Right.
it is trained at the same time.
Yeah, but we will have things that I explained to you nobody else has, which a vanity number. So
Yeah, no, I mean, I do
Yeah.
understand that. I just think, like, basically, like, the only thing that they do not do that other people besides, like, OpenAI can do is, like, running the LLMs locally. Just because of the thing
Running the what?
LLM locally.
like, for privacy issues.
Right, privacy issues.
I remember I was talking to Colin, and he told me like banks have like these pretty privacy concerns
Yeah,
of
right,
using
right.
like these LLMs. So
Right.
I mean, I really think like if we wanted to target someone, like maybe people that are paranoid of using ChatGPT, because to be honest, we cannot beat anything that
He said you
The-
can't.
Yeah, I understand, but
Like-
these are not, paranoid people is one class, but this is not, paranoid people also we will target for therapy, because they're paranoid, they need therapy.
But the thing about like
No, but he's trying
therapy,
to say, wait, let me.
But our target audience is people that need to have high security,
Right.
like military
Like
applications, for
banks
example.
even, or even the banking.
that-
They don't want to be.
No, the
hacked.
level of security, there is no comparison. You're talking about people who will be dead if it is not secure.
well,
You understand?
yeah.
I want you to understand what it is. If it is in Israel, for example, in Gaza, I was trying to explain to you what Gaza is and so on. But you have units of Israel inside Gaza, and they're planning attack and dealing with all kinds of ambushes, and it's important that enemy wouldn't hear you making a plan to come to a certain place, and if they know that you come in advance, they would be there and they would kill you.
Yeah,
You understand? So
yeah,
it's
yeah.
it's not a matter of being paranoid.
No, but I mean,
There are many situations.
there's like being paranoid is not bad in some sense.
I'm not saying if it is bad or good. I'm just saying that it is nothing to do with being paranoid.
Because of the terms like the thing, like the main concern is like OpenAI. They tell you they will not use the
But you
data,
have to trust them.
but like I also remember Snowden. You know,
Right.
like
Snow what?
Snowden.
Oh, the Snowden.
Yeah,
Yes,
they
right.
know that like big tech saying they will not do something and then do it.
Right.
And like for example, in
Even though
this-
that they say it's like Amazon saying when they have Alexa in your home, we're not listening to you.
and like for example, like for any business that like
But let's be more practical.
Yeah.
I want to generate cash flow quickly. You understand?
So where's the cash coming from?
So I was telling you things that nobody has, and Call Annie doesn't have it either. When you call,
what?
Call Annie.
No. The thing that you said doesn't have a what?
you cannot dial an AI and talk to an AI continuously.
Yeah, I did saw what you. I already saw it before you show it. The Air AI, like the call agents.
Fine.
Yeah, I did saw that. The only thing that worries me about like AI agents for as sales representative is like I got to see like I don't know if it was a scandal, but it was something like one
Scandal?
of the, yeah this
Like a scam.
no well
Let
well
him
you can
finish.
say like it was a scam.
What is the scandal about?
But the scandal was about like this a car company. I don't remember the
Yes,
brand.
never mind. Don't worry about the
It was a car
details.
company. They have a website and they integrated. I don't know if it was ChatGPT, but it was a language model.
Yes.
So as a sales agent, so everybody that got to the page could start asking the chatbot like, "Hey, I want a car with this,
Right.
and get me a recommendation."
Right.
And the guy that like it prompt hacked it. Like it started with just with text, so it started like to prompt the model in a way that the model ended up saying like, yes, I'm going to give you a free car for $0,
they hacked it.
and like the thing was
It was
like
hackable.
This
Yeah.
is why what we are doing is totally different. First of all, you're going to have live video, you understand? So when your face is there and your voice is there,
no, but the thing is like everybody. I mean the car company and the people
were
in court.
hacked.
They
They
know,
were
but they knew who the one that prompt hacked it. But as like they weren't like
prompt hacking,
like
Prompt hacking.
like
Bobby.
you just
prompt hacking. I'm sorry.
you just like start
Yes.
asking the LLM question.
Yes.
So like as the LLM was acting as a sales representative, what the LLM said was legally binding. So as what the LLM said was legally binding, the people the person that was prompt hacking it, obviously he was doing it intentionally.
Yes.
But it is a fact that the model was acting as a representative, and as a representative, it means a legally binding offer. So like I was thinking like at this stage of LLMs, like even if you talk to ChatGPT, there are ways like it is harder, of course, but there are ways like, and I mean when you throw something out there, like it's not the same.
Let's. There are two areas. There is outbound call and inbound calls.
Yeah, what I'm saying is more like the most or the better use for LLMs, it will be more like an inside assistant.
That's what I
Like-
wanted to tell you.
like-
What I'm talking about, I want to be very specific so you understand me well. You know what an answering machine is?
Like you give us, I've just for the name, I understand that I ask questions and I get an answer.
No.
Like to leave a message on your
Like
phone.
voicemail. you know what voicemail
yeah,
is,
I know what
right?
voicemail.
The only thing it will be, instead of being a stupid voicemail that just take messages, it will be able to do a lot other things, like routing. Let's say that the number that I gave you is a computer-based number. So when you call me and I'm on the computer, the call will be coming in and I will talk to you through the computer. It is VoIP, voice over IP. Do you understand?
Yeah.
But when I don't answer the phone, right now you can leave a voice message and that's it. What I want to do is to have a much more powerful AI that you can ask it questions like call Annie, and you can also ask it, can you route my call? Let's say that my computer is at home and I'm here, right? If I recognize, I say, okay, when Carlos is calling, route it to my cell phone and don't just let him leave a message. So the AI will be smart enough to know to route the calls. Our task initially is internal for incoming calls and not outbound calls.
Yeah, only to reroute the call.
But somebody will be able to call, and when you call 640, call Annie, she says, hi, I would like to, you can talk to me on the app, goodbye. But she doesn't continue the conversation.
She doesn't route you.
Do you understand?
I got you. It's like having a receptionist.
That's
Yeah.
right, a receptionist.
It's like having a receptionist.
But an AI receptionist
An
that is
AI
intelligent and can do much more than just an answering machine.
No, a receptionist, good, AI receptionist. You know how they used to have, Avi, that you could have a
But
virtual receptionist?
it will be like bounded to be with a local model, or it can be with a.
Does it have to be local, Avi, or?
First of all, I want to come up with something. I don't care what it is, something that works,
Because
and we can go to a business and tell them, look, we have something that works, and we will give you the services for free as long as we are making our experience. For us right now, it is a research project. As soon as it is good enough to make any commercial attempt, then it will be a different story. But right now, for teaching purposes, even if it is not good enough, it should be good enough to teach somebody, specifically our students, and then we will use it for ourselves.
all right, let's do something. I will focus on finishing the description, the summarizing description for the.
No, he needs right, he's saying number
For-
one has to be the.
So
Yes.
I will focus on doing the presentation for the music
12th.
festival,
Yeah.
and after we finish the music festival, I will start with the rerouting of.
Yes, and I was talking to this guy, I don't know, there is some Arab, a Persian guy, his name is Ali. I was mentioning it in my comments. I don't know if you saw him, but he is an engineer that
An
was...
engineer?
Yes, he's an engineer and he's working in communication at the university to help the professor. He was setting up the presentation. Did you see a guy with a little beard?
Well,
He was in the back.
I did saw someone with a black shirt.
He has a white
Like he
shirt.
was very hot, very tall.
No.
He was away, but doesn't matter.
Anyways, but the point is that I was asking him, what do you think about this idea about a local host off the grid? And he says, this is a very...
He's also a movie director. He makes movies. That's his main, Avi, that's his main occupation.
I did like what you said about like experimenting first with games. I did like it because it's like
You did or did not?
no, he did.
I did, because this will be
I mean
fun.
like he was telling me when
I
we were
want
in
to
Zoom,
get the students to
and
be
like,
involved and
no,
engaged.
and it's not only about like
There's
being-
no risk.
No, exactly. It's like I really think like LLMs are still way too let's say unmanageable.
Yeah, no, it's
And
not.
like if
it's
you
not-
have a game, you
What
have
do you
the
think?
chance.
This
to
is like
prove.
therapy is also like a game. It's a therapy, what is it, hallucination?
No, but therapy is a little bit more complicated because of the regulations
Right.
they have. Like, for example, if the LLM magically said something,
You have to, you are confusing different things. If you are dealing with a registered psychologist or psychiatrist or a professional,
no,
that is a completely different ballgame.
yeah,
but he's saying that.
But if you do just a simulation for educational purposes, I want you to understand what this is.
well, for
a
education
therapy
purposes,
for educational purposes strictly.
And And you
You
put it on
understand?
the front, this is just a simulation. You know how they always tell you?
I would like,
Right.
it will be, if you wanted, like, maybe when psychologists start hearing the patient, they do take notes, and they cannot, they got to be really engaged
Right.
to what the person is saying. And for example, I had some friends in Venezuela. They're right now in Dubai, and they are psychologists, and they focus like, oh, well, they used to. In Venezuela, they were like psychoanalysts.
Right.
So in that type, they mainly starting doing questions, but like it's really important for them, for the patient to feel like they are being heard,
Right.
and like taking notes.
They don't want to be thinking that you're not paying attention.
Yeah,
You're
so it's
note-taking.
like maybe if you got someone that's running locally and it's getting it's transcribing what the patient is saying, and maybe if you train it on psychological data, it can even give suggestions to the psychology who is analyzing, and as it's not talking directly to the patient,
It's like an A.
but it's like a tool.
Yes, we are
The-
too, like we're assistant.
And if it is working,
And this is for training, and we're going to make a simulation with our students. So let's say that she will be the teacher, you'll be the guest speaker, and we'll simulate at the beginning of the class 5 minutes of therapeutic talk, as if we are teaching psychologists about the technology. It is a simulation, you understand? But we will record it and stream it to YouTube live, and we will have a little clips. So when you will look at it, it will look like a group therapy. You don't know who is the therapist and the psychologist, and the students will be like patients. This will be a simulation, as if the students are.
yeah, I do understand. It's starting as research and educational purposes.
But educating psychologists to do therapy together with an AI.
The AI will simulate the patient.
No, the AI will simulate the assistant to the therapist. Like she will be the therapist, for example, and she's the professor, right? And the students will be pretending to be psychologists that are learning how to handle AI and how to use AI as a sidekick. You know what a sidekick is?
Yeah, like a companion.
Like what?
Like a companion.
Yeah, but an assistant, not
Helper.
just a companion that helps you. You understand?
Yeah.
And that way, we can then take it and take the classes and turn them into marketing, and we know how to top the search engine. Once we figure out what we want to do, I know how to be on the top of the search engine. We'll make ourselves number one. On the first page, we will fill it up with something. And also another thing is matching. Let's say that you are looking to find a girlfriend, right? And this way, before you talk to the girlfriend, you practice on the AI. You understand? Like call Annie, you understand? But something like call Annie that you are not concerned because she's not a real girlfriend, but she will give you responses as if she's a friendly girl. And you can practice on her. And a lot of these students, you are a little older, I think. I don't know how old you are.
25.
Yeah, but a lot of our students are maybe 19 to 23. So they're about your age group. And these are the kind of things where hallucination will not be a risk. And I want to turn it into some kind of a business that can generate enough, or a school combination with like Val Tutor, for example. The site that I showed you is to tutor somebody. But if I have a PhD and you need some tutoring, for example, somebody wanted to hire me specifically to teach their daughter Excel programming. She graduated, she got a degree, and she went to a business and they wanted her to program, and she didn't know how to program. She didn't even know Excel well. So this woman wanted to hire me as a tutor to teach her daughter, and I did a few sessions with her and taught her some things. How to write.
So what's your point?
The point is that this is a typical thing that is easy to generate cash flow quickly. But use it, instead of doing it just the old-fashioned way, just me and the student, or the professor and the student, we will have AI also in it. But I want to teach them something that doesn't require any skill. So, like talking and chatting. I'm not going to teach you math.
Yeah, like using AI as a tool instead of creating the AI.
But the important thing to use it in an area not like programming, where you can make a stupid statement and then you see the program doesn't work. But when you give therapy, there cannot be a wrong answer.
Also in Excel, there can be a wrong answer.
Yes, this is why I don't want to teach issues that you can quickly find that the AI is no good.
Open-ended, no matter what you say. You know what I mean? How are you feeling today?
That's, for example, like when I show you like you can really talk to these models and they give you like really good answers. But then when
Like this was a perfect example what you gave me.
Like when you make deterministic questions, like when you say, for example, let me show you fee, for example. So
You downloaded this, how did you get this model on your phone?
no, you just go to the App Store and download ChatGPT. It's a free. Well, I think that
You
is
downloaded it, what did you do? You downloaded ChatGPT?
Yeah, and I just log into my account. I pay the pro.
Okay, you didn't tell me that. That's what I'm asking you.
Yeah,
You paid the pro?
I paid the pro, but I've been paying the pro like since the pro was.
Oh,
They've
really?
been telling
Okay,
you that for a
fine.
long time.
Olama room features, for example. I just give me an open-ended question.
That's right.
No, give me one example. Open-ended question.
How are you feeling today? Okay. As an AI, I don't have feelings. However, it's like you're asking the place, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is why it's not good.
No, this is well, but they are programmed
I want
to say
I want AI to listen, and I'm asking you, how do you feel? And you say, I'm depressed. So I'm telling the AI, look, my friend Carlos is depressed. What do you think?
Well,
how can I help him?
The point that I wanted to make was
So
like,
not the feeling of the AI, the feeling of you.
Yeah, but the point that I wanted to make is like you can see the sentence, and for example, as me scanning the text, I don't see any, let's say, grammar errors or stuff like that. But if I say this simple, like for a student, to get a paragraph without errors, without autocorrect,
grammatical errors,
it would be hard. Well, not hard, but for some students, at least where I'm from, it will be kind of like if you go to the probabilities. So
then what if you go to
but
probabilities?
If you,
what is the probabilities of what?
Of like
of getting it perfect?
No, of getting a misspell. Like
if he's not a native language,
of
if
course.
you have to type.
No, even if you are speaking in Spanish,
right.
At least in high school, there is a good likelihood
There'll be
they
a
will get a
spelling mistake.
misspell. The AI, at least for example,
will correct it.
No, it's hard. It's hard for you to get it like word
misspelled.
misspelled.
You'll have perfect grammar and you'll have perfect spelling. It may not make sense.
And he also makes the paragraph like it really summarizes the text. But the thing that I wanted to make a point about is like you ask a question that even a 5-year-old can make. For example, that I show Sarah like give me 10 sentences that end with the word apple.
Apple?
Apple. You
Apple.
have to
10 sentences.
the sentences don't even have to be correct.
Like
expressing a big idea, just ending apple.
Yes. So what is your point? So it made 1 and 2.
Just wait for it. This is already bad. It didn't end in apple, the sentence.
That's the problem.
That's what I was
That's what I don't want you to do. I want you to do about you and I talk about our feeling, and the AI comments about
That's
it.
what the point that I was making is like if the task is determined.
It's not deterministic.
Exactly, the feeling is not that.
That's
the point.
right.
That the point that I'm trying to get at is like the AI models do not handle well deterministic tasks.
Right.
I know. That is why I want
I was just supporting your point. I was just
Oh, I
supporting.
see. Okay.
I wasn't arguing. I
Fine.
was just supporting
Fine.
the point.
Right, okay. I mean, I think it's getting.
I don't care, but I want to reach some understanding with you because I think that we have an opportunity and the timing now is right and we can come up with something that nobody else
So we have to
have.
decide after the presentation on June 12th, we have to decide on what's the next project.
All right, from what I have right now.
I want to decide now, so you
But-
don't do anything, just think about it.
Did you have time?
I want you to imagine.
I do understand like to imagine something that will return cash flow. I'm just imagining because I don't like my brain don't just see like like the path, and as I don't handle well like multiple tasks at the same time.
Fine. That's if you don't. If you want to focus on one thing at a time, that is fine.
He's just saying his brain works.
Fine.
I have a task June 12th.
Fine, that's fine.
I just have one core.
But I want to tell you about me.
I understand. I
But
understand.
he's
And,
saying right now, Avi.
Let's focus. I agree with you absolutely.
No, but he doesn't even want to think about the
Fine,
next
you
project.
don't have to think about it. I don't want you to think about it. I want you to keep it in the back of your mind
I have
that
it in
there's
the
a
back.
long-term path here. It's just not doing this and forgetting about it and go to hell and don't call me.
Yeah, no, but he wants to say that I think what Avi's saying, he wants to have a long-term relationship, not just.
I think
here
that we
and
have
there.
an opportunity here that I was looking just for somebody like you,
Right.
also because I don't speak Spanish and I have to deal with a lot of Spanish. I wanted to have somebody that is bilingual. And you don't have to worry about it, but I want you to know that I'm thinking about
So
it.
he's, at least sometimes he's sharing things that you don't have to worry about it, but sometimes he wants to share where the direction
I see
he's
that
going.
first of all, you could be like an assistant professor. You understand?
Yeah.
And not only that you'll be an assistant professor, but you'll have evidence that you can share with the world. And I can bring you in a conference and say, here is Carlos, he's our assistant professor, and here you can see him talking to 30 people and explaining to him about what you are doing here. And in 5 seconds, you'll see your face on Zoom and 30 other people listening to you and asking you questions, and the whole thing will take less than 5 minutes. You will say something and they will say something, and it will be a video clip that it will look convincing. Look, Carlos is an assistant professor, so he can teach and he
He's a
can
lecturer, not one.
assistant lecturer, call it whatever you want. But to have evidence that you can share with the world. And we can come and we can say, we are going to set up a team and we will have a lot of people just like Carlos with his background that will set up to deal with this topic but apply to your environment. Maybe other professors also in other universities. We're going to have a professor from Miami-Dade in the next conference, and he will be talking about AI. So the idea is to, once we make a sample with us, that we can package it in a way that we can showcase you and us to the world. We'll do that, and we'll find somebody to deploy it. And if nobody deploys it, I will deploy it myself. I'll set up a business around it. And I explained to you already that I don't feel comfortable being, and she being professors here to appear like we compete with the university, which in fact we will be doing. If I'm going to offer classes and the students can choose between taking a class at the university and taking a class directly for me, it will appear like I'm cutting the university out, which is not really true because the university is not going to offer classes like this exactly. But anyway, I don't want to give the appearance of it. So I rather make you the president of the company, so that way, if they say, hey, you make it appear as if you compete with the university, I say, I'm acting as a consultant to Carlos, which is true. So I want you to know that I'm thinking long term.
All right.
That's all.
Yeah. You don't have to worry about it.
Look for TV.
So,
I think I'm gonna go.
I
have
can see
to
that,
I have to
right.
get home.
yeah, okay.
But
Too much.
Anyways, it was good to talk to you.
it was pretty good. I think the only thing good about the presentation was understanding how, like in the video, they kind of explain how they change the proteins.
Right.
Like
Change the what?
the
The
protein.
proteins,
The
they were
protein.
showing about proteins.
Okay, yeah.
They were modified.
Yeah,
They were
yeah.
saying we need something scientific that we didn't do rather than just stories.
Yes.
The rest of the stories that you see all the time.
Yeah,
you know?
they lost me after they started with education. Was like,
right.
like I mean, it's not bad. It's just
Right,
like
right.
if you're going to make a video, make it about one thing.
Yeah, right. No, it's not in depth. Then.
But I like very much your example that you use with the guy from Oracle. That is perfect.
No, you got your
You got the
you
idea.
got your
We have some
presentation.
understanding. That's what I wanted
And
to
I
work
was
on.
also maybe right now I don't have the time, but I also found another model that was made by Google, but the descriptions it gave me, they were shorter. Like
They were what?
They were
Shorter.
but they were more accurate, but they were
more
shorter.
They weren't,
That's fine.
So I wasn't. It was like
It's up to you. You decide what.
I will test both models.
Yeah.
And see which.
What
one-
do you decide?
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
have a good day.
You too.
Well,
Where'd you park?
I parked.
Right.
Yeah.
Let's make sure that you know.
Well, let's
Yeah,
make
I
sure.
got lost.
I
Yeah,
know,
it's a
it's very
confusing
easy to get
campus.
I even go that way and make the whole round.
Yeah, let me tell you how to get out of here.
No, I do know how
You
to
know,
get out.
you know how to get out?
Well, right, yes.
So where do you think you are? Your car.
My car is there.
Okay, good. So let's go. Our car is there too.
Thank God it was Saturday and there were more spots because I think like on
Yes.
weekdays they will be
So
full.
tell me, how do you think to get to US1 from here?
I get my phone.
Fine, but forget about your phone. Without your phone, you cannot tell me?
I go that way and
And then what?
then I use it.
No. So you see, you go, be quiet. You go straight this way, you see? There is a hospital called a doctor's hospital. You come out of the parking lot, you make a right-hand turn, and you go straight with the street all the way.
Is that how you're going to US1 or you're going to 826?
826.
Oh, 826, so you want to go to the opposite direction.
Alright.
Okay, you got the idea.
Okay.
Alright.
Okay, so we'll stay in touch, and if you...
And I'll send you an email and then we'll decide, but for sure we'll see on the 12th.
Alright.
Okay.
And if
it's not
you-
I
before.
will keep working on it.
Yeah, and if you want to share with us something and do a little practice, we can do it on Zoom.
Yeah, if you want
Okay?
to.
Okay, stay
yeah.
well. Drive carefully. Bye-bye.
You have everything?
Yeah.
So he's very disappointed. He was disappointed.
I was disappointed
Too.
too.
It was very bad. And even the movie wasn't that good.
Yeah.
I thought the movie it was just
Yeah.
very, and she didn't know much herself.
Yeah, fine.
You know,
What is this?
it's a box.
Okay.
They're maintained.
These
They're
are your clothes. Wait.
hopefully they're in a prison.
Okay. You got a ticket?
Nobody's here. It's someone who's here. Tired. Okay, at least I got from the company. I got the computer, right?
Yes.
And I got them to install it
Fine.
correctly.
Yes.
Could be another couple of weeks. And you can practice, and you can see. You can see what. Always I can.
We're
Get help.
working, yeah.
Yeah, we're there. Yeah. So, sure. What do you open up the back for?
I don't know, just to see your beauty.
No, but I mean.
Let's
the
go.
back
I
door.
was thinking maybe I'll put something in, but I don't think I
Take
need.
everything on your side.
You think that he will be interested in participating in this music technology? Because he really made a music video with his water. I'm asking you a question.
What?
Just say yes or no, whatever.
I don't know.
What do you think?
Maybe. We have too many people. Now I asked him to be on it too. What's his name? Xavier.
Yeah?
I have too many people already. Yeah. I have 8 people. You know, how many people can I do, you know?
Yeah.
You talk to him. If he wants something, he knows where to get me. You know what I mean?
You mean this Ali?
Yeah. So I see that he did a study with her. That's why he was there.
Mm-hmm.
Means something. How happy were students using the AI? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Got some open source journal, and I guess they have to publish something. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So you can see that she really doesn't do anything in AI herself.
Mm-hmm.
You understand?
Yeah.
And she does.
You're driving on the wrong side of the
I didn't
street.
want the bump. That's why.
Okay.
So what she basically did is she deals with mice all day long. You understand? In the
Yes.
lab. Cut up mice, and she has it, and she tries to look at it like a heart, and she got some funding from Miami Heart Institute. You understand?
Yes.
And she's gone tomorrow. Somebody like her, you know.
Yes.
She don't bring in funds. You understand?
Goodbye, Charlie.
Goodbye, Charlie. Now I think she's 10. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they gave her, you write up some curriculum for AI. Give it to the girl. You know what I mean?
Right.
She's not really treating patients. What does it matter? Put a mouse into a beaker. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And feed them all the same. You got it?
Yes.
I guess from Jordan, they probably comes from a good family, and they send her to, they live in Dubai. Is that what it is?
Yes.
Educated Arabs go to Dubai.
Yes.
Huh? Dubai doesn't have any people, is that basically it?
Yes.
And she went to a Dubai school. You got it?
Mm-hmm.
She liked biochemistry, and she got all her degrees at FAU.
Yeah. So a big rocket scientist she ain't either.
Getting a PhD in that chemistry, biology, she's no dummy either.
I don't know. Is that what she got her PhD in?
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't get that exactly. I thought she got in neuroscience. You know?
Biology, chemistry.
You should go in the other way.
Why?
It's all right.
Why?
All the roads lead to Rome.
Why? I want to take this light. Why should
This
I
is
go?
the
What's wrong with this road?
long road.
You forgot about this road, I guess.
You got confused. It's okay. We'll survive.
Let's make a right
So
on
this is the University of Miami tennis courts here, and beyond the tennis courts, you see are the dorms.
And then you see across, you see all the...
And then in front of us, you see Ponce de Leon Boulevard and a stop sign. Over the next, further away is the Metro Rail system. And beyond it is US 1 South Dixie Highway, and you still see the police cars are parked in front of Temple Judea
It looks like it's the
that has some,
an event that's winding down.
yes, an event that is winding down. I see on my device that there's only 15% left in my battery, which is low battery. So we'll have to wrap it up pretty soon now, since
Okay.
these devices are running out of power.
So it was like a superficial little
But it looks like he's doing a little progress. So, Carlos.
Oh yeah, no, he's
doing great, so-
No, he's doing great. I have no problem with Carlos. But what he likes, and all those programmers, what they like
It's
when they
very
get-
specific.
No, they get very frustrated when you tell them that they don't want to know the whole plan.
Fine.
You know, it's like that. What's his face? Also,
Gerardo.
Gerardo, even Alberto. Those
Yeah.
guys from they were in my MBA. They were
Yeah.
engineers. They
Right.
got upset. Is that you give everybody? You want to show everybody the big picture, and not only are they not interested, it bothers them.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Because they
Right.
feel like you're telling them that that's what they're supposed to do.
Uh-huh.
And they say, I don't want it even in my mind. They're
Right.
a little bit all concrete. It's like your brothers, too.
Yes,
You
I
know what
know.
I mean? You
That's
tell
fine.
Effie, you know, go find me a digital clock, he'll find you a digital clock.
Fine.
If you tell him about your mother is doing this and this, they don't do anything. You
Yeah.
understand?
Got it.
But they're very good in, you tell them
Good.
what you need, I need to solve this problem.
So I told him.
And they want one problem at a time.
Fine.
And you said in the back of your mind, he said, I don't want the back of my mind. You know?
Fine. Do this.
So you have to give him each one, and once you give him one touch, he comes back with it. He thinks, he comes,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
The fact is that I told him a long time ago about gaming, and he says now he came up with the idea that it is a good idea.
Yeah, but today he was already irritated.
Fine.
You know?
It's a give and take, you know.
Remind me tomorrow to text to that beat too. You know?
Fine.
He didn't pay me the rent.
He did or he did not.
Did not. Don't worry.
We'll have to do something with him too.
But those rents went down in the liquor break. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? He told me. He said in the beginning you should
Fun
get
stuff.
2,400 go for one bedroom. Now
Who
I'm
is
like,
he?
That Xavier.
Oh, he has to get
No, he said it used to be like a going price of 20, but he goes that.
2,400 for 2 bedrooms.
Yeah, but he goes now he's doing his one bedroom, 1,750. You understand, like what we
Yes.
charge. But I'm just telling
Fine, so
you.
we are in par.
Right, but I'm just telling you.
Oh, that's good
You were
then.
telling me about the plumbing. I said you don't have to tell me about the plumbing.
That the
Yeah.
plumbing is a problem?
Yeah, like you don't know.
I know and how.
Take all your bags. That's the only important. I'm gonna make something to eat.
Okay,
I'm tired.
we're ready to go.
I don't know why I'm so tired.
Tired to go to sleep. I don't know how this woman makes a living either, you know? The one from FIU. Yes.
Now she has a new job.
Yeah.
She needs, and she talked, and at the end she goes, no, I just need a person that says that they have an MBA on my program. Because you said to her, you can get a chat GPT to do your business plan, you know? She's so technical.
Maybe she can have a professor.
What?
Maybe she can have us.
No, she's an MBA. She's a student.
Fine. So I told them when we find an MBA, we'll let you know.
Whatever it is.
Doesn't look like she has anything.
No, and her ideas are so great.
What is her idea exactly? Do you know?
Yeah.
So what is it?
Her idea is that a place in which you can say you have data
Yeah.
that can be reusability and